What's going on, guys? It's Joby here, bringing my first Call of Duty Ghosts weekly weapon comparison video on where I'm going to be taking two guns in their raw naked form and at the end tell you which one is better or which one you should use for your type of playstyle. So today we're going to be comparing the SC-2010 against the SA-805, as these two guns are very similar high-powered assault rifles and a lot of people don't know which one to choose and tend to be using the wrong one in Call of Duty Ghosts. So anyway guys, let's get right into it. So to start with, the SC-2010 is unlocked with 0 squad points, as no matter what class you choose at the start, you will still get the SC-2010 class unlocked by default. While the SA-805 is unlocked with 3 squad points. Now even though SC-2010 wins in this category, since you don't need to use any squad points to unlock it, using 3 squad points to unlock the SA-805 isn't nothing too big. Next, the SC-2010 has a base damage of 35 to 20, while the SA-805 has a slightly better damage at 40 to 25. So as you guys can see here, the SA-805 wins in this category because it deals 5 points of damage more at close and long range than the SC-2010. Next up, we take a look at the headshot multipliers. Now both the SC-2010 and the SA-805 have the same multiplier of 1.5 times, which is kind of average for an assault rifle. Now the magazine size in the SC-2010 holds exactly the same amount of rounds as the SA-805, with 30 rounds in a base magazine and 45 with extended mags. And then as far as reload time goes, the SC-2010 has a faster reload time of 3.30 seconds, while the SA-805 has a reload time of 3.76 seconds. Now even though the SA-805's reload speed is slower, it deals more damage per bullet, so you're going to be using less bullets, which means you're not going to be reloading as much as the SC-2010. Now the rate of fire is normally where you would be seeing the real difference between each weapon, but this time they are very similar to each other. So first off, the SC-2010 has a rate of fire of about 750, while the SC-805 has a rate of fire of about 769. Now even though it's not much, the SA-805 will win a gunfight against the SC-2010 since it has the faster RPM. Now we're going to take a look at the kill times on both the weapons at different distances. So we have close, medium and long range. At close range, the SC-2010 kills at about 0.160 seconds, while the SA-805 kills at about 0.156 seconds. Now even though the SA-805 kills faster at close range, because it's such a small amount, it's not going to make a difference in a gunfight. Now at medium range, the SC-2010 kills at about 0.240 seconds, while the SA-805 kills at about 0.195 seconds. Now even though it's not much, it can sometimes be the difference between winning and losing a gunfight. And then as far as long range goes, the SC-2010 kills at about 0.320 seconds, while the SA-805 kills at about 0.234 seconds. So as you guys can see here, the SA-805 wins in this category as it kills a lot quicker at all ranges. Now we're going to be testing the recoil on both of the guns. So first off, on the left hand side, the SC-2010 in red, and as you guys can see, it's a lot tighter than the SA-805, which is still really good, but definitely not as good as the SC-2010. So if you can't stand the recoil on this gun, then I definitely recommend putting a foregrip on it, as it reduces the vertical recoil. Now last but not least, covering the iron sights. Now I personally don't like any of the sights, as the border in red is a bit too big and obstructs the vision for me. But if I had to choose one, then I'd definitely choose the SC-2010, as the points and the border of the gun are a little bit thinner and a little bit better. But I'd definitely recommend putting any optical attachments on these guns that suit you best. Now after all the stats and tests, as for which one is better, personally the SA-805 wins hands down, because even though it has the worst sight and recoil out of the two, it kills a lot quicker at all ranges. But as for the SC-2010, considering you unlock it straight from the start, it's definitely worth using it and being defensive or protecting objectives, as it has the better recoil pattern and clear landscape view to get those long range kills. But let me know in the comment section down below what your favourite weapon is, and also put down what two weapons you want me to compare next, as I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say.